January the 29th, the year 2006. My name's Pete Hartshorn, I'm 41 years old. I've been a resident in Derby basically all my life, 41 years. When I was very little, they opened Derby Inner Ring Road, which was only half the overall plan. And here we are some 36 years later, and they're about to start doing the second half, which will connect the rest of Derby. So I'm going to do a tour of what we have at the moment, and over the next sort of 3 years things will change and we'll end up with a ring road. I'm on top of the monstrosity that Derby built. It's the car park that's sat on the Ice Factory Island. This is the inner ring road here, coming down two ways, dual carriageway. There's more dual carriageway over there. There's the Pentagon Island. That way, if you whip over there, you end up over at Stafford Street and Ford Street, which is the other end of the inner ring road. This was opened, I think it was 1970, and it's never really gone any further than that. Over there is Bassers Wreck. While they were talking about plans for this area, Bassers Wreck had people petitioning, camping out and saying they're not allowed to steal any more of the people's land, and a different layout had to be chosen round here. How the layout's going to change for the extension of the ring road, I don't know if it changes at all. I'm now going to move on to a different side. Here we are looking up Traffic Street, which I think was opened in the 50s as part of Derby's scheme, and it's taken a lot of traffic. It connects with the ring road that I showed you before, comes round here, this goes off to Pride Park, the new connection, or the train station, and this is going up. I presume it's got to take some sort of improvement. To what degree, I don't know, but you'll see a shot from me next somewhere down there on Traffic Street, up by the Jet petrol station, just there. I'm stood on Traffic Street now. This is the car park that I was standing on, and can't tell, can you, the van. I'm at the Jet petrol station, and up there I'm looking up Bradshaw Way. If my memory serves me right, Traffic Street and Bradshaw Way were part of the 1950s Derby improvement scheme. I don't know, I'm guessing that this road probably just needs a bit of improvement rather than a big relay or anything, though I'm not too sure about these horrible roads that come off the side. I suppose it's not high in the priority. As you'll see further on, once we get to the top of Bradshaw Way, we have no ring road, and that's mainly what the video is going to focus on, where it cuts through the houses and the roads and everything. So that's what you're going to be seeing. I'm at the bottom end of Bradshaw Way, which is here where that van's just come from. They've ripped out those flower beds. That's London Road down towards the DRI. That's Traffic Street off towards the Cockpit Island, and that's into town on London Road where they're putting the new shops up. There's one of our buses, Arriva. Aren't they nice? I presume this island's disappearing. Well done Derby, getting rid of a few of the city centre trees. It's not the most beautiful, but hey, at least we get something there. And as I say, they've moved all those planters, and there's another bit of Derby. It's going to be replaced with road. Let's see if they can make that look pretty in the end. I'm standing at the top of Bradshaw Way here on a Sunday. I'm a bit annoyed. I was out last week and I ran out of time, and all the flower beds were in down where you're looking now, and they've ripped them up this week. There's a load of work going on there. Bradshaw Way, Traffic Street's down there at the bottom. Over there, that's a new building I was taking pictures of last week. Looking back this way, they're doing a little bit of work in the top end of Osmaston Road, and
and here's an island at the top of Bradshaw Way. I'm looking now towards Leopold Street. The new road's going to go banging through there somewhere. They've knocked down a building on the end. That was they didn't get planning permission to knock it down. It was done in retrospect. They got in trouble for that. There's been houses missing there for years on the gap behind. But anyway, Leopold Street's going to be made into a dead end. I presume this island's going, but there'll be some sort of interchange. At the moment the traffic has to go over there, which is slightly to the left by the church there, up Charnwood Street. The traffic, there we go, the traffic won't be going up Charnwood Street, but will go over there now. So it's what they promised us 20-30 years ago, 30 years ago. That's obviously the building where the nurses live. This is Charnwood Street. Where I'm looking now meets with the island at the top of Bradshaw Way. This road takes all the traffic that wants to go round the city. Yeah, very busy one-way street. Up there, up to Mill Hill Corner, or Mill Hill House I think it is. You can see Mill Hill Road. Oh, you can't, but I can. This will not be taking this much traffic, because it'll, instead of being there, it's going to go to the island, which is through there, and it'll swing away over in that direction now, or it will when it's done. Leopold Street again, I'm in the middle. I'm looking down this little avenue to Charnwood Street, and that's looking up towards Normanton Road. This is one way. So it works in conjunction with Charnwood Street, so any traffic coming wanting to go by the town comes in through Burton Road down there and picks up at the top of Bradshaw Way. Again, this traffic will be coming roughly from this direction over there, because the road is going to go that way now, instead of taking them up round there, round the Mill Hill corner and out that way. It's cutting a big corner off. Just as a note, this might be a good place to invest in your house. I imagine they're quite cheap around here. They're quite large, well, they're very large houses. As you can see, there's some boarded up, and once the road's away, it could be a nice, become a nice area in the future. I'm on Wilnot Street now. I'm looking down towards Aussie Road and up towards Normanton Road, and by my reckoning the new road will come from over there, which is top of Bradshaw Way, straight through here down there towards the top of Green Lane, through this bit of land here. There's the mosque, been there years. There's the top spot, Chevreul Street. We're looking down, it's been a dead end for years down there at Aussie Road. There's where the Ajanta once stood. The Ajanta used to be the Playhouse in Derby, but I know it is the Ajanta because it used to put some good bands on. I saw Joy Division there, Psychedelic Furs, that's just to name a couple. And there's the other end up to Normanton Road. Again, we're looking down towards the flats at the top of Green Lane and back over to where I just did the last video. There's the flats for the nurses' home, and there's that mosque. That's been there since 20 plus years. I'm at the junction of this is Burton Road moving into Normanton Road, I think it is there, and then I'm looking at the top of Green Lane and Badminton Lane. This area's looked like this for years and years since I was a kid, and I think the clearance was made for this road when it was first proposed. The road's going to come from there. This is the mosque where I was before, straight through and down this area here, which has always been a car park as I've known it. I'm 41, straight down there, always been earmarked for the road. So those poor old houses there have had a car park, and they're going to get the inner ring road in front of them. Great. God knows what happens with this top area here. It's been a petrol station and always looked a bit rough and ropey. There we go, and there's lovely the old buildings It's a cinema at the moment and part of the university, I believe. Come off track a little here. I'm looking up Mount Street there. That's Burton Road coming in obviously from the Burton direction, and it carries on that way. Just there was the junction with Badminton Lane and Green Lane. I've come here, my phone's ringing. I've come here because though the new road's not going to be exactly here, the traffic flow will change. At the moment, when I was talking about Charnwood Street, it comes from over there, the top of Charnwood Street, one way, carries on, and comes down here. And this is the split of the one way. We either go two-way onto Burton Road, taking all the traffic out of Derby, or you can come down that lane there and continue back to get into town. Forrester Street now, you're looking towards Green Lane there, and down there I'm pretty certain that's Spa Lane. My guess is this is going to be truncated. In this direction we're looking back towards the top of Green Lane, Badminton Lane, Burton Road, etc. I presume there's going to be a junction there, there's got to be, and the road will whoosh through here and make its way down towards Abbey Street. Again, this has always been like this for years and years, so it's been earmarked for the road since the, well, I don't know when it was earmarked, but the first half was done in the 70s, and here we are in January 2006. Looks like these buildings probably going to be knocked down unless they just can't get rid of them. Not a busy road at the moment, but it's very heavily used for parking in the week by people for town. Still on Forrester Street. I was actually surprised at the view you get from up here. It's not bad. You may not be able to see it on this video, but I know I can on the pictures. I'm looking towards Radbourne Water Tower there, and these chimneys are from the Great Northern Road area, and so's the aerial that's about there. Yes, I was surprised actually. You get a good view. So I'm at the junction of Wilson Street and Gerrard Street. Wilson Street heads up the hill there towards Green Lane one way, straight down the hill, and that goes down to Abbey Street. Here's Gerrard Street, and that goes from Burton Road at that end all the way down there to Macklin Street. What you can see there in the background, I think, is the Pennine Hotel, or it could, no, it's not. That will be the employment officers. Just there is the edge of the flats by the car park up at the top of Green Lane, and the road will be coming down here and across here somewhere. Now I get a bit murky. I'm not sure which buildings are going to be knocked down. There's one there saying, that sign there says Bradley Cars. That building's boarded up, so I reckon that's going through. There's a big building across the background here, and that looks like the old buildings at the station. We're getting close to that area at the top of Stafford Street round there, and Drury Lane. Abbey Street. This is Elmer Street here, short road. Nice RAC van there. So we're looking up Abbey Street, and that's where the road's definitely coming through. We've been green for years, and looking down Abbey Street. This is two-way at the moment. My guess is all these buildings here are empty or boarded up, and the same for the ones on this side. After you come up Traffic Street, Bradshaw Way, Charnwood Street, Mill Hill Corner and all that lot, we have no ring road, so you can either go out on Burton Road, which takes you to the outer ring road, or maybe you could come in down Abbey Street, which is one of the arteries back into town. Gets a bit messy, but you go down Abbey Street, you probably do a left-hander down there, down Foreman Street, pick up Stafford Street and join up with it, or you actually have to go into town which down there, Curzon Street, leads to Werburgh's Church, and make your way out to the other end of the existing inner ring road. This is Elmer Street here. This is Monk Street. I'm not sure what road this is, if this is Monk Street itself. I can't remember the name. That's looking towards just there, it's looking, that's Abbey Street and the houses. So the road's going to whack through here somewhere, over here, and this is the property on my on this side of Dunkirk. So I'll go round there now. How cool. Anyway, there we go. We're looking up Drury Lane. I'm just walking along it. Car park here, that's easy to take out, and some houses there boarded up, so the road's going through there. This is Dunkirk, corner of it. I presume they're standing, and the road's actually coming through this bit. Drury Lane. My niece lives at this house there. My dad's workshop used to be just behind there. Just there you can just see the corner of the buildings on the old Friargate station. So scanning round, a better view. I'm looking at the corner of Dunkirk, just here. Houses boarded up, so maybe they are taking this corner, I don't know, but the road will be coming straight through and round and over here somewhere. So I'll see where I can get to next. I'm parked in a pay and display and I don't want to get caught. I'm standing on a strange little mini roundabout at the end of Uttoxeter Road as it comes into Derby. That's looking out of the city. Just here I believe this is Stafford Street. Certainly down there is Stafford Street. This might have a different name here. And this is carrying on down Uttoxeter Road, and it meets up with Curzon Street, and this is Talbot Street. They've applied for planning permission for a big junction here, so it's another interchange. There's the buildings I've mentioned once or twice, that are next to the old Friargate station. My niece lives just last week, moved into some flats up there. Rowley Mill it's called. A lot of them are still not occupied, so there'll be a big change here. I'm just going to go there and let you look up Talbot Street, because that'll be so different. Looking up Talbot Street, so these houses here will be gone. The road will have to come through. I presume it'll come through here somewhere. I don't know if they're going to take this building out of the Pine Shop or not. So big change, different here. You've got to get the new road across. The reason being, if I'm just walking around here, we're very close to connecting with the other end of the ring road, literally just over there, and I'll show you that in a second. Just looking back towards the island I was just standing on, so if you're coming down Uttoxeter Road down here, I think this is Stafford Street down here one way. This bit here is definitely Stafford Street, I know that, and that's Ford Street, just there where the cars are stopped. So that is what's currently the end of the inner ring road, or the beginning. So this is one way here. Generally traffic, well, it has to go round in two lanes one way, that way, and there you're looking at the end of Abbey Street and the Curzon Street junction, so you can either go out of town that way or loop back in. Very busy area in the day. If I just swing around, go through this little gap, just through there is the big building by the Friargate station, and I don't know how clear it is on video, but where my finger's just gone along that wall, that is the actual station itself of Friargate. This is currently the end of the ring road. As you can see, 4 lanes coming this way. It will just turn into a two-way. This will make the final connection. At the moment, you come out of town down along Friargate, at these lights, you just go straight across, and Friargate is a one-way system. Any traffic coming in down the Ashbourne Road will come down there, and it gets turned over there and along and comes out Agard Street to start on the ring road. But the road's got to basically fit between these, because this is a conservation area. hurrah, we say. So that's the final piece of the jigsaw puzzle, and it'll change.
Well, just have a few of my final thoughts. Yeah, Derby needs the ring road big time. We've only ever had I suppose, easterly section, and we need the westerly section. But the area that they've left that was affected by that original part, a lot of it's still messy. Still affected by the road where it's gone through. The road's butted up to buildings. There's still the areas they cleared and never been redeveloped. As a citizen of Derby, I've had to endure 30 years of where the road's been planned to do, where they've done clearances. I imagine some of it was nasty, but no money's been put into that whole area that I've just videoed for 30 plus years. The road that they're proposing isn't to the same standard as what they have built. It's not dual carriageway, it's extra wide carriageways.